Hello, everybody. This is your host, Desmond Brown. As always, this is Shop Talk After Dark. So let's introduce the panel.
Carnell.
Bougie Wow.
Diva.
Candace.
Zook.
So, as y'all know, they don't get the topic until the cameras are rolling and the cameras are hot. So, today's topic is, what makes sex good? Is it the connection? Does size really matter? Spontaneity? Open-mindedness? Is it the willing to explore? What is your views on sex and what makes it good?
You want me to start it off?
It's open floor.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you usually do.
Okay. What
Right.
makes sex good? Because you know I got a bunch of kids.
That doesn't mean you know what makes sex good.
I'm speaking my opinion.
Okay.
And I say something. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm ready. What makes sex good for me is a person that's willing to explore, a person that's willing to learn, a person that's willing to get to know what it is they need to experience, what they need to do to please the other party. Because if we are both pleasing each other, the sex is good. From my perspective.
I think that's kind of universal because it does have to be pleasing to both parties in order for it to be enjoyable.
Right.
Otherwise, you just kind of end up with a selfish lover.
Right.
And I'm not really an authority on this, so I'm just kind of shooting from the cuff, so to speak. When it comes to sex. I do believe that being willing to explore, being open-minded, and not having any preconceived notions definitely helps when it comes to having, I guess that's spontaneous sex. Some people like routine, some people don't like routine. So it's kind of an open, what's the word I'm looking for?
Perspective of how
Yeah, it really is an
one
open
does.
perspective. It kind of, I guess it depends on the person. So it's never going to be one true answer.
I'm saying not being attached to what you're used to.
You're speaking your
Yeah.
Right.
Do you have an opinion?
Do I have an opinion on what makes...
Yeah.
Yes.
Personal opinion.
I will reserve that for
A later date. Great.
no,
Next.
a later time.
Well, since I didn't get a chance to say nothing, I'm the type of dude, I like to have fun.
F you, Chuck.
So, you gotta have fun having sex. It's gotta be magical. Because majority of the time when I have sex, I see stars.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I get dizzy as hell.
It's a good thing.
Drink some more water.
A little bit more alkaline.
Hydrate before you go in.
Yeah, it's about to blast off.
Oh, my.
Yeah. So, what you think, Candace? All right, Jip, what you think about sex?
So sex with me would be definitely what you guys said. You know, I want to relate to you with an open mind of whatever I expect, whatever gets me off. I don't care if it's you looking at me. I don't
Right.
care if it's. I had a lot of stuff revealed to me by women. It's horrible stuff that I thought I would never even, try. But because I like this person, I tried it. It didn't do anything for me. But for her, it definitely was that. Me personally, I think it's the same thing. I'm a man. So we don't have to exactly, you don't have to exactly put your heart on my heart for me to, achieve what I'm looking for.
Yeah, because we try to aim to please.
Right.
Not
please us.
necessarily.
Well, that's our opinion.
Yeah,
Us two.
we're pleasers.
Yeah. And but like I said, also I never meant y'all never say anything. Do y'all have fun having sex?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sex is definitely fun. We smile
Yes.
a lot. We laugh.
I like to have sex with the light on.
Okay, you like to see stars too.
Yeah, I like
I ain't
that.
talking about the ones, like Michael Jordan,
No,
Bill
no,
Cosby.
no.
Some of the ones way out there by the Milky Way.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That one,
I like
yeah.
that out of body experience.
Yeah.
I like it to go to
Yeah.
that heightened level.
You a mirror woman too.
Yeah, all of it.
Lord have mercy.
Mirror, huh?
So
Personal video.
I'm
No,
not
mental.
Yes,
In the mirror.
Mental
but
snapshots.
I can see that one.
Right.
Yeah. But it's all about being open-minded because we all come from different backgrounds.
True.
We all come from different experiences. So when you meet a person, if you are about pleasing that individual and that sexual experience for you is making them happy, because if I'm making you happy and you making me happy, it's explosive.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's explosive, and it's not about, well, I ain't gonna do that, or you know, and I've never experienced this. Well, you're not here to create this memorable moment. I mean, when you exchanging this energy, because that's what sex is, it's an exchange of energy.
Yeah.
If you're really into that person, like, why are you here? Like, why are you here? Why do you want this?
So do you think there should be any limitations when it comes to sex?
Yes.
Is there any limitations? I mean, based on what you just said. Should
We
you
all
explore
have
that
a
person
choice.
in its entirety?
We have a choice.
I'm
We should be
speaking on you.
open-minded.
Miss Bougie.
Bourgeois, and it's open-minded. If I am open-minded to what you are telling me, I have a choice, but I don't want that person to be reserved and not ask what they want.
Right.
Like as an adult, I am free to be who I am, to where I can tell you. The same way you got a choice to accept Jesus, you got a choice to accept me.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of rejection. I'm not afraid.
Oh, excuse me,
I don't
sir.
need to
Hit the
fit
bell.
in.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
pretty good.
You hear me? Like, you have to be comfortable in who you are. Because if I'm comfortable in who I am, then I'm not looking for validation from you. So when I talk about what I need to get off sexually, you can sit back and judge, or you can be like, "No, I never thought about it that way." Just open your mind to consider it, because that closed-mindedness have us a pessimist, have us living in fear, have us living in doubt, have us living in insecurity, instead of opening our mind. If I say I could go to the stars,
I'm going.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like my rocket.
Right.
Period.
Yeah, but see, I like the mental part
Right.
of sex. And
What do you mean?
like taking my mind somewhere before we get physical.
Right.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? That's very important.
Thank you.
At a certain age.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bill.
Yeah, I'm in my 40s. If you butt naked, I can't get aroused like
Right.
that. I done seen plenty of naked women.
Right.
But can you get this right here in my mind?
I agree.
Damn, you get my heart. Lord have mercy. I'm going
Right.
to the moon.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? One time I went to another galaxy. I was like, damn.
Where the hell am I?
Yeah.
And that mental orgasm.
And that's where people really fall by the wayside. They do not look at sex from a whole perspective. And honestly, sex starts before the clothes come off.
Right.
It starts before you walk through the door. Before it starts with conversation. It starts with mental connections. It starts with little bitty things that you guys say to each other that really does turn it up. I mean, in all honesty, most of the times you're already horned up before the clothes actually come off, because you've made that connection and now it's time to get to the next level. But being uninhibited is where I really believe Sexy Wow was going, and that Bougie Wow. I just like, you're just sexy, I'm sorry. I just think that's where the greatest peace will come from, because if it's not there, if the connection is not there, when the sex is over,
Right.
then there's sometimes the walk of shame, or the walk of regret, or the shoulda, woulda, couldas,
It's basically no foundation.
right, there's nothing
Right.
there, and there's no there's no substance. So, but guys are generally more
Generally, I love that word. Generally.
they're more giving, believe it or not, when it comes to that, because they can kind of turn it on and off more so than some women. I won't say all, and I won't say most, because some women are very much in tune with their sexual prowess and sexual being, to the point where if it's not right, they're not going to go there. Just like some men won't, you know. But some men, because of the male chromosome, are more inclined to say, I'm gonna conquer this just because I'm a guy.
But what you just talked about was intimacy.
Yes.
That's intimacy. That, you know, and a lot of people don't experience intimacy.
True.
They just go out here and they just want to have sex. You know. And
Or they confuse it with intimacy.
Right.
And back to what you were saying, turn it on and off. What age group you talking about?
That's any age group.
No, because
For any gender.
For any gender.
no, I beg to differ because in my 20s,
Oh God, we always have
when
to
it was
start.
up, hold on, when it was up, it was hard.
He wasn't talking specific people. He said in general.
Yeah, I know in
that
general, but you.
it's certain. It could be older
Let
men,
him
older
step on his
women,
toes.
younger
I didn't
women,
wear steel
younger
toe boots
women
tonight.
It's just varies by person. Is all he was saying.
Well, sometimes. Well, I shouldn't have said it. I apologize.
No, sweetie, go ahead. I'm
Because,
used to you now.
Men get real persistent.
True. So do women.
Both genders.
So do women.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's why I said, and when it's on, it's on. So I'm saying all kinds of lies. I think I might be. I think I'm in love. You know, I'm gonna make you feel like I love you just to get it.
That's in your 20s, right?
I said in my 20s.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Make sure
I want. You know, I didn't
You're
want to
still
leave.
doing that in his
I didn't want
40s.
to. Huh?
You're still doing that in your 40s.
Who me?
Yes. If it's in you, it's in you.
Nah, it don't jump up like how it used to jump.
See how he just said
No,
it
because
doesn't
you
jump
know,
up
because
like
you gotta
it
keep.
used to jump.
Now you gotta look at.
Which means it still
what
jumps.
you thinking with. That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
Agreed.
Look at what I was thinking with. So
Agreed.
I was lying.
Lee left those
What
chapters.
were you thinking with?
Huh?
What were you thinking with?
What you think I was thinking with?
See,
That old worm.
Oh, that old worm.
Yeah. But to start back out to what makes sex great is the love, really. Love
Yeah.
makes sex great.
I don't.
Everybody love
Yeah.
different.
Okay,
The
I agree with
definition
that.
of love is
Like makes
different.
sex great. You gotta like it.
I think it's the chemistry that the people share between each other, period. If you get that chemistry, it's gonna always.
So do you like the chemistry or do you love the chemistry?
Either or.
I mean,
It's still a L word.
Let her answer, please.
I
Can I
can.
ask a question from that?
Of course.
You say is love the chemistry and all that. But not just that, like, what if this the girl you just met a week ago and y'all laying down? You don't love her yet, do you?
No.
So when you lay down, is it love the chemistry?
We ain't doing it in the space and time that we're in right
But
now.
I'm just going
the
off
question
of
was what makes sex great.
No, I ain't saying that.
Okay.
You just said it's always love
Correct.
in it. I'm not saying it's always
Well, I
love.
was
Like,
speaking from.
I'm just
on how I
asking
feel
from
about
that
it.
though.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Well,
Because you said it's love.
I gotta go back to my
But
20s when you
sometimes,
talk about
have you
stuff
not
like
had great sex with a one night stand?
Yep.
I haven't.
I am. Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. I have.
it ain't. It
Yeah.
ain't.
And see,
I have not.
that goes right back to that card house I was building about men and women.
More of a regret after.
Right.
Right.
And it doesn't. There's no right or wrong for feeling that. It's perfectly okay for a man to have felt, vindicated and felt great after having had the sex, even if the woman is not feeling their best because there was a choice going into it.
Because I'm that woman with the one night stand. If you're not listening to me, this is not happening.
And
No,
hopefully
we're not
you will
doing
stop
this.
the show anyway.
No,
Exactly.
We're not doing this.
So then there is no pause for
Because a
regret
man,
because it never goes there.
he's
Well,
typically used to a woman that's not gonna say anything, especially in the 20s. Cause a woman gonna lay there and let him get up, and that he happy.
But what if it's something that you want?
As what? As far as
Like you pursued the man.
Yeah. What if it's that?
even if I pursued the man, if he's not listening to me, I'm gonna tell him.
Okay, well, if he
Number
listens.
one, I haven't met him yet on the one night.
Oh my.
She ain't been there, y'all.
I mean, but if you guys go back to what Juk said in the beginning, when he was speaking on his go around, there were some things that He said even some horrible things that the females brought up. But because he was in that mode, he was willing to give those things a try. And I piggyback that off of where you are, saying you should still feel comfortable in that space to say, you know what? I'm trying it. I really don't like this.
Right.
You know.
I let her know. I don't want to
Yeah,
pee on you. I don't
yeah.
get anything out peeing on you.
Oh yeah. Thanks, R. Kelly.
Nothing.
Thanks, R. Kelly.
I don't have to mark my property.
We didn't have to go there, R.
Right.
Kelly.
Well, that's what these.
I'm letting you know, it's a podcast. I can say what I want to say. I'm joking, y'all. How y'all doing?
I didn't say that's what you wanted.
I'm just saying. That
That was a horrible thing.
Yeah, I didn't want to pee. I didn't want to do that.
Oh, thank
I don't
you.
get anything out of it.
Thank you.
Did you drink plenty of water?
Plenty of Gatorade.
Also,
Electrolytes.
I'm confused.
So I got a question back.
I can't even cross my legs with this.
Bourgeois.
Push you out with what you said. Being open-minded.
Right.
When do you know to be open-minded in it? Like, y'all first time laying down together, do you spring on your likes? Or do you wait till like first time you experience it, see what's up, then next time, so babe, next time we should, or where do you,
From the beginning.
where do you draw and say, let me tell them what I like?
This is a conversation we gonna have.
Yeah.
If we're making this decision that we're getting ready to do this, I am so comfortable with myself. I'm telling you right at that point. Let me tell you what I like.
From the gate.
Right there.
Okay, cool. What if he give you what you like and you enjoy yourself, but he ain't coming back?
That's fine.
One time is enough for you?
Because if you didn't like
Crazy.
what I told you, why you go through?
Then why would you keep coming back?
So, by you telling me this, so apparently you done had a great experience with a one night stand.
No.
No.
You misinterpreted completely.
No.
He is the misinterpretation king.
What I'm saying is
God,
I gotta get my
a
drink too.
person that's willing to learn, because we like I said initially, we come from two different backgrounds. We come from two different backgrounds in which you like what you like, I like what I like. But if you like me and I like you, we are going to be willing to listen to each other, to be able to please each other.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
You know, and so therefore the question he asks is, when do I have that conversation? Let's say we into each other and we made the decision, we finna go get it. Well, let me tell you this, boy, I like this right here. You tell him, you explain to him. So sorry y'all, you explain to the individual so that they are aware of what they're getting themselves into, so they have a choice. My thing is, you don't mislead anyone, or you don't want to get into something and then, well, I don't like that. Well, what you like? I don't know, but you know how to do it. No, I can tell you what I like.
And see,
I know me.
My brother's point is, when does hypothetical become reality? I believe that's where Carnell's going, because that's where I was hearing it. I'm sure as he was hearing it, which is why he said, so you have had, you know, an okay experience with
Right.
a one night stand. Because we as I'm hearing it, I'm like, okay, when does the hypothetical become reality?
Well, I'm speaking from, I was married for 12 years,
Okay.
right? And
12 and a half years?
I was married for 12 years.
Okay.
And
No
one
hands.
second cut.
Don't miss anything, does it?
There you go.
Go ahead, boo.
Bourgeois, you're on.
well, okay, so you asked me, where does the hypothetical?
Yeah, when does hypothetical become reality?
Okay, I'm speaking from experience of having been a wife in which I had to teach my husband
Right.
what to do for me,
Right.
to please me. And so moving forward, I explain to guys before I have sex with them what I want, because not having been a woman that was married for 12 years,
Right.
I know what I like. I know where you need to touch me. I can tell you what the G spot is. I can tell you how to do it.
If I come to your
And
bedroom
when you say
and I give you a
marriage,
spreadsheet, I'm
Cornell
not coming
goes
back.
crazy.
No, but for real, what are you saying though? I done had women, you know, all of us heard the story, especially you and I.
Yeah.
We heard these stories where these women have never ever had orgasm in their life. We had one
Yeah.
women who could only experience one orgasm. So me, I had to talk several women through orgasm. Is this the right spot? Is this the right texture? I need to pull your hair, punch you, whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
Let me
For
know.
them to have an orgasm or for you to have
For
an orgasm?
him, I'm a pleaser.
But
We're gonna have it
but
anyway.
he's for real because I have.
So I had to walk you through this. Suck it right here, suck it right here, lick it right here.
Right.
No, I didn't had this.
Right.
I'm like, damn, I never had nobody.
But would you do this at a one night stand?
Yeah.
I don't even know your name, babe.
Yeah,
but
you got a
depends on how many of these I done had. I would do it.
Oi.
He's
So
retired.
wait,
mean
you guys
tell
are
me
walking. You're walking the female through her own orgasm.
Something that
Yeah,
a lot of them
yeah.
said they never ever had.
Yeah.
Women,
Yeah.
is this possible?
Yeah, it's possible.
No, you're not the woman.
Say that again.
Women, is it possible for a man to walk you through having an orgasm?
No.
Nah.
And what I mean by this is what I mean by walking. This is what I mean by walking. No.
Let me
This is
say
what I
this.
mean by walking.
Because if I got a
I have to open up for you to let you know that you're okay to explore your sexuality with me.
But wait,
So I'm saying, is this
She doesn't know
Is this the right
herself.
spot?
that's it.
She doesn't
but
know.
if she doesn't know herself, is she still gonna be able to get to the point of orgasm when she's still trying to learn? Or is it that I'm trying to absorb this and you're saying do this and this may not be what I like or this may not be where I want to go? I'm not saying that you're wrong. What I'm saying is that's a really great topic of
Right,
discussion.
but mission was accomplished every fucking time.
So this is the thing with a woman who, because if he's not doing what he need to do, a woman gonna take control and do it. She knows exactly what she needs to do. So
Not
guess what?
necessarily.
When you're not, well, for me, let me
Right,
speak for
right.
Candace. So if I feel like, and once you see me take charge, see, it's like a follow the train, catch on. Oh, this what she like.
And that mainly,
certain things ain't gotta be
comes
said.
from the girls who can't get off by men, the tour girls. That's what I call them.
Yeah. Broken what?
Oh, stop with the shop talk crap. Come on, you guys. Oh, it is shop talk. My bad.
Okay. Yeah. We call them tour girls. Sometimes
Excuse
it's hard
me,
for a
but
tour
very,
girl
very,
to get
very-
off by a man. My opinion.
I agree.
My opinion. Because if you use these vibrators,
You don't have to keep saying
vibrations-
my opinion. That's what we're here for, but we want to hear it.
Well, you might have a different opinion from me.
And I'm going to, of course, come and say something
Okay, we're
about
gonna
that.
go back to the tour women. We talk about tour women all the
Okay.
time. The tours that took over. The
I
man
agree.
in the drought that
Toy
took
Story
over.
4.
Yeah, Toy Story 4.
I agree.
You got women, older women come to us now. I don't need a man.
Bourgeois, what are you agreeing to, honey?
Because I've been celibate for 2 years and I'm a tour story.
Oh, celibate here,
2 or
celibate
3 or
there.
4. Don't worry about it. Just go ahead.
Because the reality is, I had to get to know myself, and I'm at that place in
Thank
my
you.
life where
Thank you.
I can please myself, and I can tell a man how to please me. But if he's not gonna listen to me, he will not get it. And I needed that time. I needed that time to be by myself because I am 45 years old, and I have a 30-year-old son. So the time that I had to take for myself was getting to know myself so that I can express myself and say what I want. Now, it's not that I become a Toy Story female, but I can relate to what you were saying, you are saying.
Yes.
So if you don't want to do what I'm gonna tell you to do, then you're not gonna get it. It's just that simple.
I'm with the toys.
That reminds me of
I'm
that statement that
crazy that you
says,
said that because it's been over a year for me, and toys is not it for me. Like, I get that much control. Period.
Shame on you for having all that control.
hey, bro, it reminds me of that statement they said, have you
you like
ever
flesh
had
and
sex
flesh,
with
it
somebody
makes sense.
and as soon as they leave, you masturbate?
What?
What you
Huh?
just
Come on,
What?
boo.
Have you ever had sex with someone and as soon as they leave, you masturbate? Because the mission wasn't
Wasn't
accomplished.
completed. I think that's
Have you ever gave somebody some pussy and they ain't give you no dick?
I'm pretty sure that that's happened
have
on
you?
quite a few.
And vice versa.
I hear your point. No, because it didn't. We didn't. I put a guy at my house one time. Get the fuck out of here.
So in other words, you were still so horned up
You gave him
that
some.
you wanted to finish.
No, he didn't do. What,
You
I
were-
mean,
but-
I had a bad experience with him. I sat down. I told him, "Look here.
You only
This
get
is
2
what you
chances,
need to
yeah.
do. This is how you do it. So if you're not gonna, we're not finna do this.
So
We
when
too
they
grown.
left, were you still horned up to the fact where you just pleased yourself?
Right.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
That was the question.
I apologize.
She was in her phone.
My daughter was calling.
Yeah, she had an emergency.
Right.
On all phones.
She was calling both of them.
I see.
Yeah.
I mean, but honestly, that happens on both ends of the
Hell
spectrum.
fucking
Let's just be
yeah.
honest. Both male and female are capable and have done that to where they were so horned up to the point where it wasn't working out. Let's remove the elephant out of the room and let me just take care of this myself. However, what was learned from that?
Don't go back.
True.
Make sure that everything is explained, like she said. I don't know if it's up top, but I do up front. Hey, I need this, and this, and this.
Is there such thing as
Sometimes
too
in
much
my-
conversation?
No.
Not being.
That's why wars go on.
That's why
People don't wanna
that's why I said something
Hell
about having
no.
fun. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
no
If I'm
such
having
thing as
fun,
too much conversation.
you can tell me whatever you want to tell me if I'm having fun with you.
Okay.
Slap me.
The thing with sex, when you're with somebody that, like she said earlier, if you like them, they like you.
Right.
Ain't no rules, cause you're gonna be willing to do different things with somebody.
Like
That's why I
I said,
said
I'm
chemistry.
fine.
If you got natural chemistry even before that, it ain't gonna be a question is shit gonna naturally happen before you know you
But
doing
if you
shit
ju-
like damn, okay. Just saying. Certain things you're not gonna really, but it gotta be there. If it ain't there, I mean that's a different story.
Either it is or it isn't.
But I can be into you and still be kind of timid.
Reserved.
Right.
Okay.
Or like you said, timid.
Reserve. Both of them. I like both terms.
And so I
Or
don't know.
limited to what my
which way to go.
experience.
Right.
Limited. I could be.
Yeah.
My mindset could be, oh, I'm finna rock your world. But what you doing?
But you
I
say
forgot in the back of my mind, I'm
right,
Kojic.
right.
You know what I mean? Really, you know what I mean?
And a missionary.
Yeah.
What is you
Yeah.
doing?
Because it only
Right.
takes a word or a statement or something to go, wait, what? You know, what did
really
I get,
does. It really
what did I
does.
get myself into? You know, or the way that person moves or the way the person touches you and you're like, whoa. You know, because at first I thought I was, you know, I got this. But that person turns it up to another level and you're kind of like, okay, wait. You know, am I really ready for this?
So that's on you to stop there. I
True.
don't like this. Let's stop this. Let's try something else. Period. Just that simple.
That goes back to my question. Is
I've been
there
in the struggle.
a certain thing is too much conversation?
Yes, because from my experience as a woman,
Okay.
too much conversation, I've noticed that it can make a man feel insecure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And vice versa.
Right, vice versa. I can see that too much conversation
Yes.
is when you telling them, like, in experiencing with men that don't know what they do. I'm like, oh, you do it like this, and it's like they'll just shut down.
You can bruise their ego.
It bruise their ego.
You can bruise their ego.
I agree.
And they
what
can
if he
certainly
bringing
bruise the
something
female's
new to the
ego.
table?
On both ways.
Yeah.
Both ways.
I know you like this right here, but he brought something new that you never experienced, and you liked it.
You intrigued. Not like it, you just intrigued.
There's nothing wrong with adding,
Correct.
but you ain't gonna shoot
Subtract.
me down.
You ain't gonna subtract.
Okay.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with
And
adding.
what that person don't have the strength to do all this stuff that you asking
The
for.
stomach.
The strength of the stomach.
The stomach.
But
Yeah.
in the beginning conversations, was this not kind of
That-
built upon?
Oh my God, you need to address that. The stomach.
What did I miss?
I'm gonna get Johnny to do it.
What did I miss with the stomach?
When he said the stomach, he
I
said something.
got a
He
scenario. I ain't
said
gonna
something
say
so
it.
real
though.
because
Ain't gonna
the
say it.
expectation
Don't
is
say
for a
it.
woman to keep herself together. But a man, they let themselves go and then like, how can you put the smack down on this with the stomach? Is that what you're saying? Or going in the
I
stomach?
don't think he was going
he
there.
meant when he said stomach.
Them, 'cause they like the
stomach,
forehead
what
to touch
you're
the stomach.
asking me to do.
They like that.
Like you asked me to do something. Whoa.
Yeah, I had a young lady
Yeah,
was
you
like,
might get
"Ugh."
butterflies. In
I
your
think
stomach.
you should
I
go and
know.
tell him whatever.
What the
it
stomach
may be.
is? Tell me.
Well, since we're going live,
There ain't no too many intimate
I
inside
need to-
details where we have.
I don't know exactly what
We
he's
have to
talking
come
about.
in. We have to come into it. No, that's not a bad thing.
No.
It's not a bad thing.
So let's say,
Don't look at me.
Say it.
Man.
I'm not gonna say
Can't
what happened,
straight to
No, don't say what happened, but just
but I'm come again.
I didn't say nothing. Go ahead. I'm listening.
She said something, but she didn't say
So
nothing.
just say you had a scenario going on. Say it was a guy exploring butt stuff.
butt stuff.
in his upbringing, with his whoever it was, he was taught butt stuff for guys, X, Y, Z, whatever it was. But you want to explore this. And he's like, yo, I can't even stomach the behavior of being anal with you, as far as the screaming and the tears and whatever else that comes with it. I can't even stomach that. So it's over. I'm not even gonna try to even address it. I'm not even gonna try to, go through that with you.
That's your right.
So they can't stomach it because of the screaming and the tears. They're assuming there's
Hollering,
gonna
whatever
be
X, Y,
screaming and
Z, D,
tears.
G, D, F, B, whatever it may be.
I mean, but how are you gonna know what's going to happen if it hasn't happened?
Because they're just afraid of, they can't stomach it. I had people
Okay, so
try
you just
and
can't
throw
stomach
up.
it. You can't stomach it.
No, I
period.
had people try and throw up.
Right. But that's not everyone.
I haven't been with everyone.
I understand that, but you're still carrying that past into the next one.
He's traumatized.
I am not carrying it into the next one. This is just a scenario I give you.
You're right. That's a scenario.
not scared of bush
So the
stuff.
person that's doing it is carrying their past trauma into the next one. So what I'm saying is, there's a pot. There's a pot for every lid. So if we're having the general conversation, then you're gonna know if your lid fits that pot or not.
If it's
Long
general.
be-
But
if it's
if
general,
you catch
yeah.
me at the door like her, hey, I need X, Y, Z, G, D, D, do,
You got choice.
You have a
You gonna
choice.
get right or get left.
Right.
That's fine.
All right.
People are okay with that. I thought I was into.
They're
this
not
person.
okay with it.
I thought I was into this person. This
Because
person
they don't
is-
like rejection.
Yeah, they're not okay with it. They're not okay with it.
What do you mean?
Just her. They're
She
not
just said
okay
they're
with
not okay
rejection.
with rejection.
Yeah, rejection brings out a total beast after.
Some people
Majority of people.
who don't know the
I
In
would
other
say
words,
majority.
if you can't do this right here, it's gonna do this right here.
I don't understand that scenario.
I'm gonna go ahead and drink
Shit,
my
I
beer.
can understand the damn pots.
If you
Every
can't
pot
hold
got a
up-
top.
I think what they're saying
You can put up a bottle of
if
water.
you can't, no, it was an example. But they're saying like
His
if you
analogy
can't,
Oh my God.
like let's just say with Chick example, if they bring butt stuff to the table and you say you not for it, they're like bye.
Had a young lady be like, hey, she gay. You like butt stuff. I'm like, how? And another young lady, she like, well, I love butt stuff, but if you do with this, that mean you're gay. I ain't got time for
I
all
mean,
this.
yeah, that goes back to upbringing and not
Stigmatism.
really, yeah, and not really being
Into what you
sexually
said.
open. Let's just be honest. They're not open sexually because at some point the roles were reversed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to go back and do an entire history lesson because it's not necessary. But at some point the roles simply were reversed. And a lot was given up, a lot was put in place. If you're sexually liberated and you're sexually free, then you're able to have those conversations and not have it be such a bad thing. If you find that you're with someone who is not simpatico with you on that sexual level, then we should be adult enough to just say, you know what, that's it. I really don't think it's worth exploring because it can only breed content, because if that's something that you're into, eventually it's going to come up. Eventually it's going
But we're
to come
not
up.
waiting for eventually. We're letting you know at the door. Hey, I
But
like
that's what I
like
that's what I
facials.
just said.
I understand.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I like facials. Can I get one tonight or not?
Dude.
That's what I mentioned.
Ask you
That's what
this right
turns me
here.
on. That's what does
You know your history about this stuff, Johnny.
I really do.
When did the damn toys come about? Because we lost a lot of women because of these toys.
Yeah, rest in peace.
We lost a lot of
Toys actually came about in the area of Troy. The first
Talking about 300 BC.
phallus.
God damn, Johnny, you went back too far now.
God
asked me
John,
if I knew
ain't
the
got no
history.
whiskey on it. I'm on beer.
The first phallus was found.
They was using earthquakes or something?
They were using lava rocks.
No, let me just say.
Okay, go
wanna
ahead.
You
get
say
that-
that men lost a lot of women to the toys. Men
I doubt it.
lost a lot of women when women learned to love themselves and realize I'm not tolerating this nonsense. Now, do I want to be a single woman? Do I want to be a single woman that can't seem to find,
together.
well, a man can't seem to find me, because I ain't looking for no man. That a man can't seem to find me and recognize my value and understand the worth that I bring. No, but I would rather be mentally
Free.
same.
Say that again.
Because sex, when you talk about sex is of the flesh. And there's a thing called digmatized.
Okay.
Well, I don't even
I
like
call it
you.
dick dizzy.
Let me tell you.
Digmatized is totally different from being dick dizzy.
And I'm speaking for them from a woman.
Dick, when you dick dizzy, it's just like you're drunk.
Right.
When you
Yeah.
digmatized, just like you hooked up on some.
Like, I don't even like you, but I like the way
Let me grab this
you,
door right quick.
That part.
that part.
Let me say. Let me go back to what I was saying. I gotta take my glasses off because this shit right here for
Here we
real.
go.
You know, if you got a lot of rules. So if I approach you and if you ain't feeling me within really 2 minutes, you gonna look the other way, right?
Rules, I'm saying I love myself.
Hold on. I understand you love yourself.
If you love yourself, I'm gonna feel
I
the
love
self love
myself.
that you
Hold
got
on.
with
I
you.
love myself
So the
too.
energy gone. So then, therefore, if I love myself and you love yourself, it's no rules.
I love women that love themselves. They
Right.
love
The
themselves.
energy is going to connect.
Yeah, but it's always a limit.
True.
Nowadays, when I see a lot of single women, you know what I'm saying? Y'all standards are very, very high.
As well they should be.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of brings a man like.
So you
It makes a man say, the bitch crazy.
no, you got
Hold on, hold on,
Instead of
hold on,
trying
hold
to
on.
reach up.
You know what? I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk, then I'm gonna say something.
I want to hear what he got to say. Will you
do.
finish?
Yeah.
Will you please finish what you were
Because-
saying?
A lot of, from my experience, you know, before I got married, my second time, this is my second marriage, and I was calling myself gonna try to date and sing and everything. I didn't know it was a lot of single crazy women out here in the city of Memphis,
Abundant.
and they fine. They got money, but each one of them are crazy.
Not each one of them. 98%.
Okay, 98%. 98%. Yeah, cause my wife, she was 2%.
Oh,
Like the milk.
Yeah, and she
in
was
case she
on the
watches this
borderline
podcast.
of being crazy. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of single women out here in the city of Memphis. They want a man. Well, the type of man they want, it's hard for a single man to fill out their application to be the man that they want.
I completely.
Because of
Can I
their check
respond?
box.
Huh?
Their check box, what they're checking out. You have this, you have this, you
Yeah.
have this. Instead of just make me happy,
Yeah.
fulfill me.
Yeah.
No, first of all, I don't need nobody to make me happy.
Period. I make myself
And make myself happy.
Because we can only bring you joy.
I want to make it glad.
So
I
if
want to
you
make it
happy
glad.
and I'm happy.
Boom.
Hey, we're going a little off topic.
Okay.
I think this
But
is
hold on,
well
these
within
single
the-
women love to have
This
sex.
is well within.
These
the-
single women love to have
It
sex.
was
This is well within the
strange.
confines.
Yes.
It was strange a little bit because
That's true.
Gonna go
Agreed.
to single women and all that stuff.
Okay.
Like, can you bring it back a little bit?
But okay, I'm gonna come back to what I
I mean, but that speaks to the whole sexuality portion
Right,
of
yeah.
it.
I
Because
apologize.
okay, let's get back to the point. When you're having sex, you want to have a magic moment at all times. Because I was listening to some of the stuff that you were saying and everything. Hey, you got a plan to have a magic moment. I never in my life came up with a plan to have a magic moment.
Hey nigga, let me let you know this and this
This.
motherfucker.
So
But this shit ain't gonna work, motherfucker.
I ain't never. Hey, you passing out flyers, you know what I'm saying, or
8 pins and
a
shit.
program
Keep
before you come in your
trying
door.
shit.
Oh, you at
I mean,
Bougie
but
Wild West.
communication though is
Yeah, it's the
something
key.
that
It's
we
definitely- it's
don't.
definitely
Communication always the key.
Communication is something that we don't
Have enough
acknowledge or have enough
Or even
of.
value.
Right. And the reality is because people were not to express themselves, it has become the norm. It has, and so
That's true.
when an
That's true.
individual who is okay with expressing themselves and saying what they want and knowing who they are, you're treated like an alien.
Yeah, they get labeled.
You get
Yeah.
treated. You get treated like something wrong with you because the reality is the average person that's out here doesn't even know who they are, and they are seeking to please the outer person
Correct.
rather
Than
than
the inner,
knowing
the self.
the inner person and what they want. like I said, if everybody understood that the same choice you got to accept Jesus, you got to accept me, and that you can convey that to a person, there would be a happier place out here because I'm not doing what it takes to please you.
Yeah.
Because I want you to have this choice.
Yeah. So if I read your Bible, you're gonna send me straight to Revelation.
Why aren't some men?
Straight to 144,000.
Why aren't some men willing to put in the work though? You guys.
Because
Why aren't some men
it's
willing
not
to
the
put in the
norm.
work? Because you said I see a lot of single women out here. In order for you to see a lot of single women, that also means there's got to be a plethora of single men
And it
who
works
are
both
not
ways.
willing to put in the work.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
What about the women putting in the work?
It's the same thing.
Right. We're saying it's the same thing.
But we were
If
just
there's
speaking
a
on the
plethora.
women.
I wonder how would a woman feel if I had a Bible to get to me?
Why wouldn't you have one?
Right.
You're married, so there was something there.
I said I wonder. I ain't said my wife. She got the New Testament on me.
Correct.
So you think it's
And it's
not,
the King James
you
version.
think it's not
Oh,
women out here
let's
that
not
don't
talk about King
require
James.
men with a certain standard?
That's what he's saying. That's what he
That's
says
basically
too
what you-
much.
I'm saying certain women won't date a certain man.
You know what? I just found out what equally yoked means.
What it mean? What it mean to you?
Hold on. I just found out. I said, damn, I've been going to church for years.
What it mean to you?
What is the yoke?
The man.
The struggle.
Okay, you got two cows.
Inner.
You got two cows, the calves. Not the cows. Not the cows play on the field, right? And they got this
Or the
thing on the
donkeys.
side of their neck. That is the yoke.
That is correct.
And they doing everything equal.
Correct.
So I don't have to have 100,000 and you got
Which is why I said the struggle.
$1 million. All right, I'm saying it wrong. If you got more money than me, you would probably look down at me. But if I have more money than you, I probably won't look down at you. I'll be like, that's a fine lady, and I'm finna accept this lady. And I'm gonna keep on going.
That's when you
But
should have the
hold on. Repeat that again.
That's when he should have hit the bell. You're off topic.
I'm off topic.
Very
What I'm trying to say is right here. Most men want to get with an equal-minded woman nowadays.
But how would you know they're equally minded if you're not putting in the work?
Conversating.
But that goes back to the very beginning. How much of the conversation? Because
How much?
Yes, because in order to find the true gem, the work is going to have to be put in. And it's not going to be a one-off situation. It requires work.
Trial and error.
That's
Okay, cool.
equally yoked.
Bourgeois, how long does it take you for a man to catch your attention?
Split second.
Okay, Candace, how
hope
long
so.
does it take for a man to get your attention?
It's his conversation. It's his conversation.
The words
Thank
out
you.
loud.
It's his
We didn't say
conversation.
what it takes it. We said how long it takes.
How long does it
We
take?
didn't say what it takes.
Because you can be around a person and they not have
moderator-
your attention.
Right,
You see
it's
them,
How
but you don't
long
see
do
them.
you say to yourself,
No.
one day I'm
Wait,
going to get him
the
some trees?
moderator,
Listen,
the moderator
not
is trying to
you.
get our attention.
You-
Moderator.
I don't think y'all asking the right question.
No, we
What
can
do you
go back
mean?
to this one night
When you say,
stand
how
and
long
get the
does
trim.
it take a person to get your attention?
Yeah.
Attention.
Okay.
That means as long as
You look at and you give
Right.
attention.
That doesn't mean
Look
keep it. That just means
Right.
get it.
So I'm just saying.
Attention is pretty
What
good.
your question so we know what you're talking about.
What does it take to keep a person's attention? Is the question.
No, what I was about to say, how
Yeah, I
long
think it's just-
does it take to say, hey, I'll give him some?
See, that's not the same as getting attention.
No, we talking about sex.
Sexual attention. We just didn't want to say sexual attention.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Why not? That's what the
That's the
conversation
point.
That's what I'm trying to get. Sexual
That's what you guys can
attention.
explain.
So you
Can't
gotta
put a-
ask more direct questions so they know what you're
They
saying.
kind of do.
Your question.
Everybody
We kinda
wrong.
don't.
He didn't say.
Right. I'm
He
lost.
said attention. He didn't
No,
say
I was building my
Right.
way up to that point.
So
Stop building.
I do believe this.
You know, I love
Male or
to
female.
help my kids out
when
with
you first see
Legos.
a person, you see the potential.
love
You
you,
know if this
Camille.
somebody you would have. You would say, oh, they might be okay.
Right,
can do this.
I agree.
You,
For a
that's-
woman-
that-
a
for
woman-
a woman, you look at a man and say, oh yeah, he could get it.
He get
But
it.
that don't mean that's what you want.
Right.
Now, over time around that person, you might start to see some things.
Correct.
that
Just say
may
for
like-
you. Don't say for a woman.
As
Because I beg the difference.
I'm
She's
a
speaking
woman.
as a woman.
I'm a woman because he's a man, but he gonna tell me how to be a woman. Then okay.
No, I just said speak for yourself.
No, you have.
That's all I said. Because I had women speak to me and say, hey, when I saw you, I knew I was going to give you something off the top.
Nah, well, that's
Let me say this, and
So I
I
can
can
speak for
relate to
yourself.
I'm
her.
gonna ask for Candace.
Thank you.
I
Right.
can't look at
I think
everything.
back now.
Hold on,
I
wait.
mean, cause you want
Just
shit to
one
go
second,
your
hold on,
way
one
how you
second.
want
He
it.
really does say
Like, that's not how it
Hold
goes.
on.
Be open-minded, let her talk.
Hold on. 1 second, let me clear that up for you. She actually did say exactly that though.
He ain't
She
listening.
did say.
You
I heard you.
Take a
I heard you.
second.
But you didn't come to her defense. You came to his defense.
I didn't come to his defense.
The whole typical male
I said
bonding.
I didn't know this was 911.
Let's
It's
go.
not,
Okay,
but we
so
gonna be honest and fair.
we're
on
gonna
this
go
shit.
all the
love
way
this.
back to what I said, starting from get what I said.
What's wrong with your hands?
As a one,
Please let her
Yeah.
get a moment out.
Stop.
God damn.
Stop.
Okay, we
Let her get a moment.
yeah, go ahead, Ken.
Like,
Go ahead.
that's crazy.
No,
ahead.
don't let him get in your head. You know better than that. Y'all
I
didn't
was
just meet
saying.
each other.
Come on. We love
That's
you.
for a woman.
Right.
Yeah, we love you, Candace.
You're not a woman.
Y'all
Now,
didn't
if
just
I
meet
was
each other.
combative with her, that would make sense.
Y'all didn't just meet each other.
As I was saying.
There you
Just
go,
met
boo.
you.
When a woman first meet a man,
Okay.
she pretty much can look at him and tell if she would want to go there with him. That doesn't necessarily mean, hey, I know I'm gonna get him. Now over time, it depends on the type of woman you is. Because you look a certain way or you walk a certain way, don't mean I want to jump in bed with
Right.
you. It's other things that contract to the fact whether, hey, do I want to really give this man what I get? So if you start showing me things that I like me personally, conversation, your mental, all this, everything.
Right.
So I'm observed the thing, because you might come off as a very disrespectful person off top. You might come off as, oh no, he too hood, he too this. But until I truly get to know who you are,
Yeah.
I don't know this.
So you got women out here also who already have a plan to give it up
Some
that
do.
day.
You right, absolutely.
Right or wrong.
They
I
do.
agree.
They do.
And you run into them, and the guy who say the right
Absolutely.
thing is gonna get that woman.
But that's a woman that does not know who she is and they have not established
Good point.
boundaries, which you say the
Or
Bible.
she may know who she
for them
is
to-
and
know
just
exactly
doesn't
what she
give a
want.
damn. Right. That's just how that person is.
Yeah, that's how
there
she
are
wired.
people out there who are just sexually adventurous.
Thank you.
They don't want love. They don't want any of that stuff.
And I can be open-minded.
They
to
don't wanna be
receive-
loved.
I can't speak on
Right.
it.
Yeah.
That's why I said individual only. That's what I was saying.
I have.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying just for Candace. I was saying individually.
Yeah.
But that one night stand I had, not because I went to the bed. I already had a mental
Right.
orgasm.
No, I got to get you.
Like I had a
Lord
mental.
have mercy.
If you get me in the bed on the one night stand, it's because I'm already mentally through conversation. Like at that moment.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Really? You jackass on a car?
Yeah, really, man.
Okay.
Like real talk though.
Just went left
Have
on
you
the
ever experienced a mental orgasm?
Yes.
Like mentally? Really?
Yeah, we all have.
Okay.
Nah.
So
Oh, yes,
you
you have.
have you?
I can tell
He
you
really
how.
has. He has.
Go ahead though. Continue. Carry on, please.
But the
Juke is a known
Piggyback
liar.
it
Juke is a
on-
known liar at the
Since
table.
last podcast.
piggybacking on what Ashley said.
Yeah.
You know, we as women, we'll see we get attracted physically, just like men.
True.
We get attracted physically. However, depending on what type of woman you are, because I don't want to put nobody in a box.
Correct.
So I can only speak for me.
Thank you.
Shut up, Juke.
I need a man to stimulate me mentally
First.
so that we can connect. Because our energy, I'm a true believer in energy.
Okay.
I'm a true believer in respect. Like, I like to respect a man. So I can see you and think,
Y'all
oh, you
cut it.
fine. And then you can open your mouth and I lose respect for you.
All right.
How fast do you lose respect for that man?
It depending on his
Instantaneous.
approach, it can be the first 5 minutes. It can be the first sentence
Yeah.
out of his mouth.
I
It
agree
can
with
be
that.
how.
That's the
On
answer
the vice
to the
versa.
question I had asked.
It could be
How
how.
long does it take?
Thank you, Vegas.
Ass.
Man, don't-
It's a verb, not a hatchet.
It can be how he addressed me, because for me, and I hope I'm not getting off subject, because
No, you on subject.
as a woman that has a physique that society is after in today's world.
Yeah, yep.
I ain't showing it off tonight, but I'm fine.
Coocha.
Some men think that that's all they got to stimulate. Like, a woman need this attention. It's like, for me, this single woman, that this life I live in, what you're talking about, this Bible that we carry, I want a man to know that I'm worth something. I'm my value, that my mind, what I bring to the table. When you say that it's hard for a man to get involved with a single woman, because we are talking about the sex, because I want to make sure we talk about the sex, because sex is a part of all of this. A woman that know what she wants and is looking for somebody to share it with, want that man that can come in and take that cape off her back. You can't lay me on my back if you can't remove this cape off me. I don't need to get up off my back and carrying you. I need to be able to trust you. I need to be able to allow you to lead me. And that's what a woman that I can speak from that place desires in a man. Desires in that man, that not that because he got muscles and that he's strong or that he's fine, but where you at mentally, where you are emotionally, spiritually, you know, because if you are strong in these areas, the financial, because I just may be on that level financially, but you growing on that level, and we just may meet at that place where you are here on your grind, but you may just meet this woman that's on, you know, but where are you first of all grounded in who you are spiritually? You know what I'm saying? Knowing that I need a man to tell me we can do all things. You know?
Say that.
Then we can go out here and we gonna get it. If I say, baby, I'm trying to, come on, Yolanda, I be like, I'm right behind you, baby, we finna get that. You know, that's what a woman who already got what she got, that's what she want.
Now, you just said something about this guy. He ain't already all the way there. So you just dropped him off. If I was just listening to you, I said, what happened to him?
Right.
That is not what she said.
Yeah, she did.
No, it's not.
That's not what she said.
But I'll tell you one thing. We're going to get back to this
I
magic.
get so sick of yours.
She didn't say that.
We're going to get back to the magic. Now, where does the magic come in?
The moderator has a question.
We keep aiming toward the women. So, fellas, what is it that keep y'all? Like, we ain't, like, what keeps y'all's attracted?
One thing as a man, I can take you here, or I can take you here, and I can bring you right here. As a man, my opinion.
So you can come into their lives when they're here or when they're here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for women to do that.
No, we're not talking
My
about
opinion,
women.
it's hard for
We
women to
talking
do.
about
But
what
with me,
there. That's what we asking now. We done picked on the women.
what keeps me there?
Yeah, what keeps you there with
The mental stuff. That's what keeps me. The spiritual stuff. That's what keeps me. Being connected to the right woman is very important.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Say for instance, I don't want to have sex, or she don't want to have sex. I got to be able to hold her. She got to be able to hold me. You know what I'm saying? I got to say, if I'm rock hard, and she say, not tonight, I got to understand. If I say not tonight, she got to understand. But one thing about it, we got to have understanding.
So you gotta build your house on more than just saying.
Huh?
You have to build your house on more than just saying.
No, it's
you have to build your house
solid.
on solid.
Yeah. It's got to be
It
solid.
has to be friendship. It has to be laughter. It has to be joy.
Yeah.
But if your house is built on that, then where are you going to run into the situation to where you're rock hard but your partner isn't ready?
Because
Did you not hear what I
Yeah.
just said from the jump?
I heard what you said, but I also heard what
so
you
what
said.
I'm so
Oh, okay.
what I'm saying.
So let's blend the two.
So what I'm saying is, if he said what he said, and I said what I'm saying, and we're going through whatever hey, not tonight. Well, I tell you, not tonight. Whatever. You have to understand that
Correct.
through mentally, it's not about physically.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's just probably not tonight, headache, whatever it is. I just need to shut the fuck up. I need my time, my space, or whatever it is. We'll get back to this tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you. It's all about me.
That's
right
when
now at
the
this point.
emotions
Just
kick
give me a
in.
little second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tear your ass up. Just give me a second.
But could it be,
What you gonna do?
Could
Tear
it,
that ass up.
could it be more about
That way.
you?
I think you gonna
Could
be
it
right
be
here
more
with
about
me.
you too?
A little bit
Because
high. Go up a little bit high.
yeah,
Go a little bit
that
high.
becomes selfish when you say it's all about me.
But
At this point, it's all about
a
me.
lot of me in all of this.
No,
There is.
Not in a lot of this, there's been a lot of me, my needs, what I want.
That's what I just
But-
said.
Well,
I-
me and
I'm on that. I feel like if everybody would be about me, the world would have
I
problems.
even said
You got a
I come
choice.
with
Say it again. I like that. Say it again.
If everybody would be about me, it would be a happier place. Cause the same way you got a choice to accept Jesus, you got a choice to accept me.
That
I'm
record
saying,
is
like,
broken.
Nah,
That
I
record is
disagree.
now
I
broken,
get what
bourgeois.
Boo saying,
Where you?
That record is broken,
This is the
bourgeois.
thing. It's kind of like contradicting what was said earlier. You can't make it all about you. 'Cause
Correct.
in sex, it's about two people. You both have to be.
If you're gonna be
You can't
selfish,
say you're
then
a
be used to
pleaser
selfishness.
And not. And
Yeah.
it goes both ways.
It does.
Like it's not one sided.
But let me say this:
It's
if
gonna be
I'm
time. It's
able
gonna
to
be
tell
time.
you that, to explain to you what's about me, and you say
And
what's
he
about you,
acknowledge it.
we got a choice. See, the thing is, we don't understand that life is about choices.
So this is how I explain it, Bougie. Wow.
Yeah.
Tennessee is an at-will state.
Okay.
At-will for my ass to get up out of here.
And Will.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's all I
But just
explain.
think what I said.
At-will state.
If you tell me what you
And
want,
it's open carry
and I
too,
tell
right?
you
Open
what I
carry.
want,
Yeah.
We can't go.
But can
around.
I can hire you
got a
today,
choice.
fire you tomorrow. I don't need this explanation.
Go
you
ahead.
got a
Moderator.
choice.
Moderator.
And I agree because if you tell a person,
All right.
I just want to ask something. So with that mentality, it's like Carnell said, it's a drop off. But with you giving like, yo, I walk in with this is my do's and don'ts and da da da. Y'all eliminate the chance of growth.
Exactly.
Like everybody's not always. I've personally been in a situation where I told somebody these my do's and don'ts, and I had to learn myself. I had hard do's and don'ts, and then when that happened, I dropped them out. But then we ended up talking again, and they grew to like.
Are y'all together now?
Hit the bell.
And
Hit the bell.
Are we talking love
Hit
or
the bell.
sex?
so
Which is it?
No,
No, when
I'ma
you
say this.
having sex, hold on. When you having sex, like Bourgeois got a Bible, right? You go to Revelations.
Please
But,
go. You got new and old.
hold on. But nah, we talking sex, but he's saying the chemistry part.
Are we? No, I said, are we
That's-
talking love or sex?
No, he's
It's
talking
different.
about both.
There's a huge difference.
The love of
no,
sex.
I'm saying like
That's what we talking about.
The
right?
love of sex is still sex. Are we talking love or sex?
So
Sex.
this is the top. This is what have not.
The topic is about sex, right?
No, this is what
That's
I'm
what I
saying. This
thought.
is what have not been touched on because sex is at the end of the day, sex is different for men and women.
Correct. We said,
Period. It's no way around.
That's true. That's
we
true.
said that in the
Oh,
beginning.
men and women are each individual.
True.
Sex is different for each individual,
Thank you.
but it's still different for a man and a
It
woman.
is,
Ain't
it
no
is.
way of denying it. Period.
Like I
These
said,
days, some of us, I have two boys. These girls.
And size does matter.
Yeah, let's get to
I'm
that.
just gonna
Let's
put
change,
that.
let's change the page. Let's change the page. Size.
You know,
see, he going back to Genesis.
Yeah.
Leviticus and Exodus. Get your ass up out of here.
No, I'm just saying in the beginning, you would have seen the
What's
shit.
the
You would be like, yeah.
Exodus? This and Exodus.
Get your ass up out of
It's been a
here.
big Exodus.
It was in the beginning. The motherfucker walk in. Hey, you like this, Willie John?
Because guys who have bigger penises tend to think that they're just a little bit more capable than anybody else. They're a little bit more cocky.
Arrogant.
Boy, that's an oxymoron.
Egotistical.
Yeah. Than the average person. And sometimes nothing could be further from the truth.
Say that again.
True.
Just because you
No.
got
True,
one,
true,
don't mean
because you got one.
Hey,
You don't
hey,
know
tell the story, tell the story, tell the story. Tell the story.
From the bottom to the
Tell the story.
What about the women?
It doesn't matter.
What about the women?
What about
Y'all
it?
got these theater curtains. These big old dooley ties.
I'm sick of these motherfuckers Arby's roast beef.
Yeah.
What?
I'm confused.
We're talking about the
I
lips
think
and
I know what
labias.
he's talking about.
Lips and labias.
With the big lips.
You ever seen the Chuck E. Cheese theater curtain?
You guys are such crash individuals.
I said I ain't had it so long. I ain't got no monkey. I got a kitty cat. I ain't know my thing could draw back up
Or a
like that.
gorilla? She from the West Side Glorilla.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
Joey like some fold
I
up
ain't even know like he
towels.
could draw makeup like
Some
that.
fold up towels in the laundry room.
Yes, there are some Kegel exercises that can be done.
They don't.
You can put balls in there. You got vaginal rejuvenation. There's a lot
That's
of shit
Kegel.
going on.
Kegel.
It don't matter.
Get him.
No,
Get him
no,
from
no,
getting
no,
it.
No, it's not Kegel.
I think Johnny got it. I ain't gonna lie. I know Johnny
It
got
don't matter about the
You know what I'm
size.
talking about, though.
I do, yes, love.
It don't matter about the size or the lips. It's how you feel about that person.
It really does. Because guess what? It was a dude. Me and Carnell, we walked into this man's house. He's showing us the flicks on TV. He got some girls on a widescreen TV. Give me a second.
my Lord.
Give me 20 more seconds. He got a girl on a widescreen TV. He's just showing us different flicks. He tearing these hoes ass up. They hollering. They screaming. They busting the shit out this nigga window. We see this shit. When this nigga turn around, we see this nigga dick. He got a light switch.
He know what he doing.
And it made you feel how.
This right here.
And it made you feel how.
Oh, this right here was hitting all kinds of spots.
No,
Right,
Man,
you know.
tearing these hoes ass up.
Hitting motherfuckers.
G-spot hitting motherfuckers.
He
That's
knew
all
how
it
to
was.
use what God gave.
Yeah, he know how to. You don't get what I'm saying.
And he listened. Hey, bend me over from the back real tight. Tear my ass up.
Yeah, he read the
listened.
Revelation book.
Yeah, he listened.
And if that's somebody they really like, they trying to omit certain things.
They
Now, you don't get what I'm saying. What we trying to say is, what
Seriously, when
you
you
can say
really
you got
like
this
that
big
person,
ass
that
dick.
shit you'll
You
look up.
bypassing this spot. This dude here.
I don't want to get stabbed repeatedly by a pencil.
Let me get the door. Let me get the door.
That feels like it would hurt.
Hey,
See how I shut
to
the
make a
whole
long
thing?
story short, let's go back to your.
I want to go back to what y'all said, the gorilla and the. See, the thing
Yeah.
about it is, I think people be jumping from one relationship to another
Pretty much.
and sex, and without allowing their bodies to
Heal.
Yep.
from the
That's true.
previous relationship. And so that's what you all seeing with these women, because I ain't got no monkey. I got a kitty.
But I respect what you're saying also, because you been giving your spirit
Yeah.
a break.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
real important to give your spirit a break. And when you give your spirit a break, your life change.
Yep.
And I mean it changes. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was telling you, hey, when I was single, I started seeing things that I never seen before in my life. Out of women. Educated women. I'm like, damn, you smart as hell, but you crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Do you need therapy? You know what I'm saying? What happened to your last relationship? Did you give yourself a break?
That's a whole nother conversation. What you
Ooh,
talking
is that
about?
But
Oh my God!
hold on.
That's a
Let
whole
me finish.
nother
Let me
conversation.
finish. The sex good. The sex is
Just
good.
because you got a title, just because you make money, just because you live in a nice house, just because you drive a nice
Means
car,
nothing.
does not mean anything.
Yeah.
It's a whole
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
Live.
hurt people.
You still got
we
common
live
people
in
problems.
a world of hurt people.
That need sex.
No.
A lot of them that need sex have never allowed themselves to heal. They looking for something on the
that's the
outside
problem.
to fill the void. So and let me tell you this: if you meet a woman, a man, and she has been in relationships all her life, and she's jumping from one to another, or a man, and they've never taken the time
For
because,
themselves.
themselves, because when we young, you know, the 20s, we humping. We go out in the world seeking validation and fear of rejection, to where if we never step back and say,
Because you will not grow if you have not healed.
Yeah, and a lot of those women had roadmaps.
And I think you have to have
And some of the
time
guys
for yourself.
didn't.
You have to.
We can do
you
this all
got to
day.
take time.
You got to live
We
and
can
heal
do this
yourself.
all day.
That's-
Before you
Some
can
of the
love and
guys
heal
did,
anyone else.
Some of the guys didn't.
A
You
man
said a
don't
lot of
really
women had
have-
roadmaps.
A lot of
Some
men.
of
A
the
lot of
guys
men.
didn't.
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot of hurt men out here. Yeah.
They toxic.
I think it's equivalent.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah, but they ain't trying to. Hey, you gotta do this right here, and do this right here. Nah, they trying to hump fast or hump slow to
They
hurry
not
up and get
healing.
theirs, and they go.
They not healing.
So the truth is finally coming out. It took us a while to get here, but the truth is really finally coming out. And it kind of goes back to what my partner in crime said, that there is a difference. Whether we really want to be 100% truthful about it, between men and women, there is a difference. And it's approached differently. And sometimes the roles are reversed, even though you're still dealing with a man and a woman. Many of us don't want to see sensitive men, but quite a few women want a man that has sensitivity, because it means that you take the time to understand what my needs are in order for both of our needs to be met. Think about it. If that person is always, then you're just not, just don't. Or just take your clothes off. Because you might already be at the point where, I'm done talking. Let's do this so we can be done. Or vice versa. I really want to know how to do this. I really want to have an intimate relationship. Not love, an intimate relationship. And therefore, the sex feels more like love, even though
it's not love.
It's still sex. Right. You know, there are men who have mastered that. There are women who have mastered that, to where they can make you feel as though they're making love to you.
That's true.
And therein lies a bigger picture, because they're both able to get up, put their clothes on, give daps to each other, and we'll holler at you later.
And still be friends.
And still be friends.
But they can be making love, because if I'm filled with love, I'm giving you love.
That's true. However, you're not in love.
But then you say it's just exchange of energy?
That's exchange of energy.
Yeah. This is all it is.
If my energy is love within myself.
I don't think love is an energy.
It is.
It is.
You think so?
It is.
I don't think so. I don't think love is an energy. To me,
action word. It's a word.
I didn't say it was a verb. I didn't say it was a verb.
I mean, but you said, what is energy? It's the action.
It is an action.
What is love?
It's an action.
Oh, okay.
So energy could be anything. It could be electricity. That's not action.
No.
It actually is.
When you
is electricity action?
Yes.
Yeah, it's moving something, man.
It's a transfer of current.
Don't you see that fan action in action?
But you got AC and DC.
There's still both currents that transfer.
You got alternating and you got direct.
There's still currents that transfer.
At least you know some words.
I know a few words.
Right, he's trying to throw them out there.
I got three. He ain't helping me. I got three of them. Tearing me out. He ain't helping me.
There's spades and there's tongue.
They gonna get me.
It ain't right.
There's spades and there's tongue.
It's spades and
Giving
tongue.
out a verb. He just giving out a verb with an adverb.
I don't really think love is like energy. I mean, I don't think
it is. It's
love is energy. I think love is
verb.
optimal. I think it's all the way at the top of it. I don't.
And there's no problem with
Do
that.
you realize your energy? You're nothing but a ball of energy.
Yeah, I know that. My soul.
No, your being.
I say my soul.
Being someone, the Holy Spirit, you energy. So love is an action.
Yeah. So
Love is definitely action.
to break it,
Could also
y'all
be
break
a
this
noun.
stuff down. Johnny, break it down.
Also be a man.
What
also be
makes
a noun.
sex magical?
That's a very loaded question.
Now you said you was at the end of this right here, you was gonna tell us what make it magical for you.
That's not what I said, but I
You said another.
Kinda,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I think you said the end of this. Yeah, he definitely did.
yeah. I grew up around those who waited until marriage to copulate. And I grew up around some who didn't wait for marriage to copulate.
Okay.
And when you compare and contrast the two, I sided with those who waited until marriage to copulate, because theirs lasted longer. But that's going more into the love thing and not into the whole sex thing. But I do believe that them taking the time to get to know each other sexually, emotionally, made it to where they didn't have some of the problems that most have going into those things, because they were willing to learn each other. And that's where we, as a society, kind of fall flat. We don't try to learn each other.
I agree.
You know, just at this table alone, we've spent the better part of an hour talking about me. We're not learning each other. And that's why we're still at this point where things just aren't jiving. They're not vibing. We're not moving forward. We're steady moving the line as opposed to all of us moving with the line or moving over the line, so to speak.
Kind of stagnant.
We are very much stagnant. We are a very stagnant society
Right.
because we have these preconceived notions. We have these preconceived ideas that we get or we take with us from childhood on up, what a man's supposed to be, what a woman's supposed to be, how a man's supposed to act, how a woman is supposed to act. When technically, as we all pretty much agree, we're all energy. And therefore, we should be learning how to vibe with the other person's energy as opposed to seeing the other person as a sex. See them for what they are, their energy, transference of energy. How do I want to be treated? How does this person want to be treated? And let's do this as opposed to doing this.
Okay.
To me, that'll make the sex better. It'll also make for a happier transition and separation, where you can move on and still be friends.
All right.
Where you can just say, you know what, that was some good dick, but it just wasn't a dick for me. Or that was some good coochie, it just wasn't a coochie for me. Whatever the case may be. And I think we can eliminate, busting windows and slashing tires and, courts and child support and all that other BS that comes with it.
It sounds good, but it's
In
not
theory.
reality.
It does sound good in theory.
It's not reality.
I
It's
want
not, but why isn't it reality? Why isn't it reality?
No, let Bourgeois.
I know where you're going with this too.
Come on, Bourgeois.
You're saying we sitting here at the table and we're saying me.
Oh yes.
Okay. From my perspective, if we were able to express what it is we want and what our desires are and that we had the choice, the world will be happier because then therefore people wouldn't be trying to seek acceptance. So if everybody was on the same wavelength or the same frequency to be able to express themselves to say what I want, what you want, then we will be more conscious, aware of what makes and brings us joy.
But you just said the same thing I said.
Yeah. Definitely did.
How about that?
I missed something then.
I know, right?
It's all right. Candy,
It
what you got to say,
happens.
Candy? Because you so
So,
audible.
We're both on the same page. We've been on the same page from the very beginning.
Yeah. And all
We
of it.
have.
Y'all on
It's all
something,
right. Come on, honey.
Come on, Candace. What's your
Please,
thing?
get it off your chest.
Leave. I told you to tune that motherfucker out.
She can't. She fucking
They're sweet from tune that motherfucker.
In theory,
He like you or something.
in theory,
does.
it
I think he
sounds
does.
wonderful.
We love her.
You like her.
But in
That's how I know that energy.
We love
Every time you
her.
go-
We love her.
in the reality of it, it doesn't work like that because, unfortunately, people can't control feelings and emotions, and that's where the line
But
is
we
drawn.
can.
We can, but they
choose
they
not
don't
to.
want to.
Right.
The choice,
That's the choice.
like you
That's
say,
the
it's a choice, and people choose not to. And I stand on it. People who control those things can handle anything.
Yes.
It doesn't mean they might not feel the way they feel, but they
Correct.
control how they feel.
Correct.
And it's the reality, not the fantasy or ideal. I mean, perspective is good. All that is great. But the reality of a situation is what it is.
And you can tell those who are controlling it because those who are controlling it and are handling it have a better outlook on life. They have a better
Very true.
day to day.
more complete.
It's more complete. They're not complaining as much, and you can tell
Less-
hey, that person is less hot air. Thank you very much. That person really does kind of have it together, even though we do have moments to where shit falls apart.
Yeah,
Gotta be
everybody-
responsible
everyone
for
does.
yourself.
Everyone does, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Everyone
at the
has
end of the
that.
day.
Is this the wrap up signal?
Yeah. So,
Well, that's all we have time for today. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
it's just a big scoop with who? Diva.
Well, I'm just saying, it was a very interesting topic, but we're kind of going over time. So we're going to wrap this up.
that's the
Until
time
next
thing, 'cause
time,
you
we'll
can't give
see
us
y'all
something
later.
You can't give us something this this explosive and then not expect
Bro,
us
the
to
sign
go
was
all
falling.
over
The
the
sign was
place.
falling. We